Great. So welcome to this career clarity session where we basically ask questions. I'm speaking now, so Patricia, you should be able to hear me. I'm speaking now, so you should be able to hear me now, Patricia. Someone should please type and tell Patricia that if she can't hear me, she needs to exit the room and come back in and click join with audio. Join with audio, that is exactly what we are going to do. Now, I see some faces. I think Aliyu Musa, I saw you in the last clarity session also. So yeah, welcome back. There are some people that are probably like favorite here. You know, they always join me in my program. So welcome back. So Patricia, I can see your hand up. Please type, if you can hear me, please type Patricia. Okay, please type your question. So now, how does this work? How does this work? Aliyu Musa, please stop writing on my screen. You are writing on my screen. Aliyu Musa, you are writing on my screen. Please stop writing on my screen. I can see red on my screen. Okay, so now, how does this work? Every 12th and 26th of the month, I create 3 hours on my schedule to have a free clarity sessions. And yeah, that is exactly what today is. Today is the 26th of the month and we are offering free clarity session. Now, how does this work? So it's either you're asking questions that so you need clarity about the next steps to take regarding your career. Yes, Patricia, it is from your end. It is from your end. She can't hear me. So as I was saying, it is, we ask questions and those questions could either be like personal or something you want to ask, or you're asking questions about iTrain Africa Skilled for Work Academy offers. So they are either like, it's either you're asking a question regarding clarity or to gain clarity about what program should I take at the academy, or you're asking a question like, oh, I don't know where to go. So there are typically 2 categories of question. And there are also different people in the room, which are typically like entrepreneurs, professionals, freelancers, or even academians. So it doesn't matter the field that you are, your questions are valid. So far, you are trying to upgrade yourself. How do I mean? You are trying to better yourself to get to the next level in your career. And your career could be like you're an entrepreneur, you're actually building a business. That could be a career. You're a freelancer, it's a career. All those things. So you're trying to actually build something. And for you to build something, it means that you need to acquire, whether it is knowledge, you need to acquire skills, you need to acquire experience. You need to acquire something to make sure that you're a better person today than you were yesterday. Now, that's been said, what do you need to do? So the problem many people always have is, I know I need to better myself. I just don't know what is the right thing to do. Whether I should be gaining knowledge, I should be gaining skills, I should be gaining experience, right? It is one of those 3 typically. So you are gaining skills, you are gaining experience, or you are gaining knowledge, right? And things like, let me say you saying, oh, I'm getting a certification to display on my page falls under I am getting knowledge, because it doesn't necessarily translate to skills, right? You are getting a certification to say, oh, I am certified in a particular thing. A professional certification is not necessarily you gaining skills. Same thing, you can be gaining skills without gaining certification, because at that point, you first need to be able to do work. And you can be gaining experience by actually volunteering, interning, or doing real work, right? So it is one of those 3. But the problem people always have is, which should I be doing right now? I know I need to upgrade. At least I would believe that many people here already or are self-aware that they need to gain something to be able to get to the next level. They need to acquire something to get to the next level. An average person listening to me already understands that. Now, if you are not an average person, that you are not even in that level of awareness, I will do this short intro. But before I do the short intro, what you need to do for me right now is I have to do that quick intro for people that are already aware that they need to gain something, so that you can then drop your questions in the comment section, whether you're on YouTube watching me or you're on Zoom watching me. Please drop your questions in the comment section and we will respond to it. So I always do a quick intro so that you understand what did I just say in the last couple of minutes. Clarity is always typically around two things, right? It is clarity for yourself regarding the challenges you are having, or clarity around Dr. Aderisola, I do not understand what Skilled for Work Academy is about. Your emails are long. I don't understand. I'm confused. Like, just tell me, like I'm a 5-year-old, what exactly it is. It could be questions around the offer, or it could be questions around your own personal listing. Now, that is what I first said. And I now said that if you are here, you are most likely self-aware that you need to gain something for you to get to the next level. You need to invest something for you to get to the next level. That it is a certainty. You cannot move from one level to a higher level and not sacrifice something. It doesn't happen. It is not even in nature. You must give something to gain something. It is static. Now, what you are giving is dependent on the stage of life that you are or the available resources to you. For a professional that probably has the money, has everything, they are the most, will I say, their scarcest resource is always time. They don't have the time. For a beginner, their scarcest resource, or someone that just maybe is on another, they have time. Their scarcest resource is money, right? So I always say, but you must understand that you need to give something to get to the next level. Like, no, like that is just law, like in life. Now, I now said, if you are at that stage where you are confused about, should I be gaining, as in what you should be gaining to get to level, whether it is knowledge, it is skills, or it is experience, which could be volunteering, internship, of this thing, then start asking. And now, if the kind of questions you want to ask is the kind of question that you don't probably want the next person in the room to know you are the one asking that question, but you want to ask it of me. So send me a direct message, like in this particular thing, right? Please, I want to be sure that you people can hear me, right? Please, if you can hear me, just say yes in the comment you. Audio, so that you can hear me. Thank you very much. The confirmation. Now, like I said, it's time for you to start asking your questions, and you can ask it, like just type it and ask it. But if you feel like there's something inside that you don't want everybody in the room to read it, send it as a direct message on this Zoom. I will read it out without mentioning your name in it, and I'll address it. Now, and I said, just in case there's a category of people that in this room, that they do not even have that level of awareness, need to gain something. That level that you feel like you don't have to gain anything, needs to get something. And I see a lot of that in our inbox during the day. Say, Ma, I'm not, the only thing I want to hear is how do I get remote work? The only thing I want to hear is how do I get my next job? Is, that kind of thing that they are just looking to say, look, all these things that you are saying, I don't care. I'm just asking, how can I get international remote work? That is all. If you are at that level, I will start explaining while I'm waiting for the question of people that are already aware. If your question, so basically, I am answering the first question based on the question that typically comes from my email, so that we receive it like every day in our inbox. So I said, you know what, if you are at that level that you do not even understand that you need to acquire a knowledge, a skill, or more concerned about, how do I get a job that pays me well? How do I get a job that will pay me from home? How do I do this thing? You know, that kind of a thing. I always say that you are the very lower parts of this funnel. Like you are the lower, you are at the unaware stage. So I am going to address this. Let's start from this. What exactly does an employer want? Instead of you saying, this is what I, if you're at that stage and you're asking, what exactly does my employer want? You know why I said that it should be like, I need you to rethink. Your thinking should be more of a value. So we're only thinking about how can I get money? How can I get remote work? How can I work from home? The first thing you need to first ask yourself is, what does the employer want me to have? For me to get what I want from that employer. What you want from that employer is a remote job. What you want from that employer is probably higher pay. Whatever it is you are seeking, maybe you are already working or you are an entrepreneur. What are you seeking from this thing? You are seeking for someone to pay you more for the services, whatever. Or you're in the academia. You are trying to say, oh, I want to be able to get this, what's it called? Short-term sabbatical in the UK or something like that. So you are more concerned about, this is what I want. The question should be, the person that is going to offer me that opportunity, what does that person want? The moment you stop to think and ask yourself that question, then you are halfway into understanding what you lack that is not making you get it. Many people just assume that it's if you're a girl of 18 years old in your last year of high school, you get anybody from this seminar? Yes, you would. Trust me, you would. You should listen. And why? Because you are at that point where you are just going to get, and like you're going to get a higher degree, like a university education or whatever. And I always say, if someone had given me such clarity at a very early age, I would probably not have studied what I studied right now. I would have probably invested. Look, I have a 17-year-old and an 18-year-old who was in the Skilled for Work Academy last year. Is it last year? The year before? It was 2022. They joined me in May and they left December to get into university year one. Their life practically changed. There is one of them that I was speaking with yesterday, and I was asking him, how is business? How are your businesses? He's doing 2 businesses right now. And I'm not talking about business that is not paying good money. I'm talking about why. I practically said, this is how, and yes, it's in school, how you navigate your life in this current century. So I will answer your question when there's time for me to address people that have not even entered university or they are just in year one. How do they, what do they do at this point to ensure that probably the next 4 years, the next 1 year, significant upward turn? Now, as I was saying, back to what I was saying, I said the first thing you should be asking, many people are more concerned about what they want from the other person. They are not concerned about what does the person need. The moment you can put yourself and ask, what does the person need? I said the thing will now be that you will clearly know that, oh, this person said, I want someone who has worked remotely before. I want someone who understands how to use this XYZ software. I want someone who understands how to use Miro. I want someone, like, What does the person want? Then the question I know someone else probably be asking their mind right now, how do I know what do you desire? You desire maybe a remote job, international remote job, or even local, or just a remote job, right? So I always say, what is the first skill that is the most important skill to anybody listening to me right now that you must acquire? Your ability to know that you have, like when I say your ability, your mindset must know that you have the capacity to research on your own. You have what? The capacity to research on your own. If there is anything academic stop me, it's the fact that you have to re-engineer your mind to research. Now, I know it is a deficiency in the African system where we hate to research, where we were not brought up. When we want to recharge our phone and we don't know the code, instead of us to say, Google, what is the code to recharge my phone? We'll say, Bola, please help me ask Yabasira, what is the code of that? And like, that is how we were raised, to ask communally, to ask human being, instead of ask it so. And many of us are still stuck there. So I always say, if there is one thing, if you take nothing out of this session, I always say, you need to take your mind out of that space, because in the world where technology is at your fingertip, you can ask it anything. Right now, there is AI on WhatsApp that you can ask something, anything. There's generative AIs that generate answers to any question you have. It is on your WhatsApp, it's on your Instagram, it is on CapCut, it is everywhere. Like AI is everywhere. There's ChatGPT, free tools. The one that amazed me that I just started using this week is the one on WhatsApp. Just update your WhatsApp. Go to Google Play Store, update your WhatsApp. You will see one small circle will come. It is called Meta AI. You can ask it anything. I said, the moment you realize that you can ask anything, then you are one step closer to gaining clarity on whatever it is you seek. Now, the next step is what brought me to explain this AI? You're probably asking now that, how do I now know what the employer wants? Which is why I have to first tell you that you can know what the employer wants even just by asking AI and say, if I want to work remotely, what does my employer want? You can ask it as simple as that. Then to tell you, these are the tools you need to have. These are the skills you need to have. These are the places you probably need to go and find the kind of job you're looking for. It to tell you, which is I said, if there is one skill every human being must know today, is the fact that they can ask Google or AI any question that they can think about. But I know a major problem Africans have is we do not even have that mindset of we can ask AI, we can ask Google. On the Skilled for Work Academy, that's a workplace foundational skills program where I teach them soft skills and life skills. That's one of the first, like in the first lesson, the first thing I tell them is your mindset. Your mindset needs to come out of the African setting. Look, nothing is going to change in your life if your mindset does not change. Nothing. You need to first ask yourself, this question I'm about to ask a human being, can AI answer it for me? Can Google answer it for me? If they can, don't ask a human being. You need to continually train your brain to think and also to request for answers from technology. When your mindset is in that distance, then the next ability or soft skill you need to possess is your willingness to continually learn. The day you stop learning is the day you start dying. I learn every single day. And I don't mean academics. I don't mean book. After all, I have a PhD, so what am I learning? But I learn every day. So 2 things. Now, when you now say, I said, now, why do I always explain in this manner? I said, I don't want you to leave this room and you do not know how to get clarity yourself the next time you have a question. You should know how without having to need me. The kind of questions I want to solve here are not the kind of questions that Google can answer for you. They are questions that say, oh, this is my life right now. This is, that kind of what, or this is, I'm struggling. I'm at this stage of life. Should I be taking your Global Opportunities Program, or should I be taking Skilled for Work? What do you think I should do first? That one Google may not be able to answer you. But you are coming to ask me, what skills do I need to work remotely? You could have asked me. It will answer you. You could have asked ChatGPT to answer you. Now, if you're now saying, what brought me to this thing? Please follow me. What brought me to this thing that I'm explaining? I said most of you are only concerned about what you want, and you are not concerned about what the employer wants you to have. Until you meet the requirements of what the employer needs you to have, you will not get that thing you want. So the earlier you take your mindset out of, I just want this, Dr. Denisola, stop telling me to go and watch any free video. Stop telling me to go and watch any free this thing. Just answer me. How do I get remote work? I said, you are not ready, because your mindset is the only thing that is hindering you right now. The first thing I gave out on my free clarity video series is and okay, let me say that it is not a free thing, because it is module 1 of my paid program. It is a module 1, 5 lessons, module 1 of my paid program. But I gave access to it for free, right? So it is not a free program. It is a paid program that I gave access for free. Now, the first thing, that lesson has to do with your mindset. Why? So that you can now go and say, okay, now my mindset, I'm ready for you to change. Okay, now let's move on to it. I now need you to know yourself and ask yourself, some of you are only wanting something because it is trending. I can tell you for free that if some of you get into remote work, you may get depressed, because you did not even do your research. What some people actually want is hybrid work. I want to go on Monday and Wednesday and not go on Tuesday. Do you understand? Some people's personality, by the time they finish doing personality tests, all those things I addressed in that free video, they will realize that they are extroverted. So if they work remote 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, they start to lose productivity. You know why? They need people's energy to function. Someone like me, while I was at Museum for United Nations, I hated working from home completely. I would come to my office and come and say, hi, Moina, good morning. So I will do a chit chat. Why? I am extroverted. I draw my energy from people. So I know for sure how to structure my life even when I'm working remotely, because the first thing I did was to understand me so that my life can be productive. I can move on to the next level at my own pace and convenience and in my own comfort zone. Now, having said that, okay, thank you. So having said that, the next thing you now, Khadija, I read your message. You now need to say, okay, how do you find what an employer wants? Whatever it is you are wishing, you want that remote work. Same thing. In fact, let me stop sharing this particular screen. I shared on, what was it called? I shared on that same, where is that page? I think I need to exit this point. I still shared on that video what you need to do in terms of going to find the kind of work you want. I always tell people there are several platforms you can find the work you want. The only thing is I always prefer LinkedIn. Why? Can see the amount they're going to pay in that job. I can see the skills they're asking me to have. I can see whether my profile is it. I can filter it. I can say, oh, I want an entry-level job. I want a middle-level job, a senior level. And like, if you've watched those free lessons, how many of you are in this room and you've watched that free lesson? If you've watched, there was a lesson 3, lesson 4. That lesson 4 was what the major skills required to work globally. That's why I'm saying that this is part of my paid program, but I give access to that module for free. Why? I feel like half of around what you need to do, because that means the time you are going to spend, you are not wasting that time. It is better you have clarity and you know that, okay, it will take me okay, I now understand I want to be a digital marketer, because why? I don't like talking to people. I don't want to be a project manager. I'll be calling this. Have you finished your work? I'm introverted. I would rather be at the back scene than the front. I would rather be a data analyst. You know that when you see March, you are hungry. You know that you like to talk to people, but you go and take a program like data analysis. And I ask you why? Why? Is it for, as in knowing that, and that was what I addressed in lesson 3 of this. I said, know the globally in-demand career path that does not even require you to be coding or to be doing all those technicalities. They are still in the tech space. They are supporting tech rules. They are supporting the coding brother or the coding sister. Why? Because you have now understood your kind of person. And please start dropping your questions so that I can take them immediately after a round of this particular thing I'm explaining. Now, I now said, when you know what the employer wants, and how do you know? I said, please, the ideal job, I said the major skills requirement to work globally. Go, if you've not watched these lessons, please go and watch it. It will do you a lot of good. I sent an email at 3 o'clock. I sent an email at 3 o'clock. If you're on our email list, you go to your email, you would have received that email. Go to the email we sent at 3 o'clock, Khadija. We gave you this link. You know why? I discovered that there are a lot of people that are at the early stages. To even sign up into our online school, they can't. And I am not joking. This is where they were supposed to have signed up to. This is where, let me find it. This is where you should have signed up, right? Fill this form. And when you fill this form, it will redirect you to. But I discovered that when it redirects people, people still don't know how to get into online school. And this is part of what I teach on the Workplace Foundational Skills. Basic things, or not so basic things that people call basic things, but people don't know how to do it. So it should have brought you here. You put your name, your last name, you click sign up, and to take you to the online school, right? But guess what? As in your name, last name, username, because I have gone through this page before, it will not let me this thing. So what I can probably do is, let me copy this thing and go incognito. That, if you're asking me what is incognito, that is part of what we teach on the soft skills program, all these small things. All right. If I go incognito, it would, can you see my screen where it is showing you? I'm not sure. Can you still see my screen where it is showing you first name, last name, username, email, password, and all that? Can you see that particular screen? I don't mean the one that was showing you just my name and my first name. I'm talking about the one that is saying first name, last name, username, screen. I want to be sure which thing I'm sharing. Please kindly say yes if you can see this one that has a form that has like 5 different first name, last name. Okay, you can see it. So did you fill this form, Khadija? If you filled it, then you should check your email. It would have automatically enrolled you. And just in case you are watching this on YouTube and you are watching, how do I get here? I'll put the link in the comment section. It is free workplace skill. Sign up and you would get to this page. It's first name, last name. Username can be anything. Your username can be your first name self. Your username can be your plain name. Anything can name for yourself. Put your email, create a password for yourself, as in confirm the password. Then you do the mathematics. This mathematics changes all the time. 7 plus 5, 2 plus 3, and you click sign up. That is how to sign up into an online school. 5% of the people that sign up, they don't know how to get into the online school. So it is not basic, which is why I had to explain this. Now, I was saying that if you are on my email list, here's what I did. I spent 4 hours because I asked myself, what do you mean by there's no button to sign? Right? The videos there. Why? I said I would do that for only 2 days. We have people that, for some reason, no matter the explanation on that page, they can't get there. Like I said, this is part of our paid program. And I had to go and take the videos from our online school, put it on this page. So if you're on my email list, go and check right now. You would have gotten an email that is bringing you to this page to watch this. The same question you're asking me, how will I know what the employer wants? If you have watched this video, you'll not be asking me that question because I showed you how. I said you will go to LinkedIn. When you go to LinkedIn, you will type this thing, you will type that one. When you finish doing that, you will now identify. You would have first taken your personality test. When you now identify, this is who I am, these are the kind of jobs I want to do in the no-to-code text or in the coding text space, whatever, then you now go to LinkedIn. That is what I now covered in lesson 3, globally in-demand career path. In lesson 4, I showed you now go to LinkedIn, go and search for them, look at their pay grade, look at the skills that is required to do that job that you want to do remotely. I showed you how to navigate and say, this thing, this remote stuff, you can then, let me find that LinkedIn stuff, right? I said, on that lesson, I said, after I did that, I now showed you what, no, I don't want to sign in. Okay, I'm not signed on this particular tab right now. I now showed you how to what, how to look for the remote display. When you now find that remote opportunity, go and watch this video. I get this there. All these videos, there are how many? 5 or 6 videos. It is 1.5 hours long. But like I said, most people do not want to go through a process to find out what they really need. And I ask myself, what are you using your time for? If what will save you perambulating for the next 6 months, 1 year, 2 years of your life will take you 1.5 hours to watch, assimilate, and implement. The question is, the next time you are looking for something up and down, what exactly are you looking for? Are you looking for what you need? Are you looking for what you are clear about that you need? Or are you just, again, going round and round in a vicious circle? I always emphasize clarity. There is a reason I gave free access to this clarity model. It took me years of wasting my time and resources before I finally got clarity. So I told myself I was going to build a system that can help people achieve clarity in 1.5 hours. It took me a lot of mental work to create this and say, if this person watches this and they do this, will they be able to achieve this? Yes. 1.5 hours process. So I look up when they say, oh, I cannot watch it, and I'm like, okay, spend the next 6 months of your life trying to figure it out. You will understand which one will pay you now. It's that simple. Now, if you now know what the employer wants, let's say you've watched, you've done everything, you now know that for me to get a remote work as a digital marketer or get a remote work as a product manager, they need me to have this, technically. Because typically on LinkedIn or whatever job site you're using, LinkedIn, Indeed, all those things, they are using to get clients as an entrepreneur, they are using to get jobs as a this thing, or using to even get, what's it called? as an academia, postdoctoral placements, short-term stays, and everything. When you now understand this is what they need, and you've written it, you will now do what I call gap analysis. That is what I covered in lesson 5 here. Gap analysis. What is gap analysis? Analyzing what is between you and what you need. You will now do what? Gap analysis. What is between me today and me that I want to see that will be able to do that remote work for an employer? It is better you spend 6 months, 1 year sharpening your sword than going to the war zone with a sword that is blunt. You will waste your time, waste your life, waste everything. I would never go to LinkedIn, go and apply for a job that I do not check at least 60–70% of the requirements. I would not. It is a waste of resources and time. Don't spend that time that you used to be wasting your time doing what you know you don't know how to do. Spend it, invest in getting the things you need so that you can get that thing when you apply for it once. You can get that thing when you try to get it once. That is a smart way to work. Now, I had to explain that for a beginner that comes asking me every time. I'm just saying, how can I get remote work? And I say, what kind of remote work are you trying to get? I'm just wanting anything I can do from home. Okay, what kind of a person are you? What do you have? And what do you mean by what? I said, who are you? They say, my name is Aderisola. I said, I'm not asking you, who are you in terms of, your personality type? What kind of work have you done? What do you like to do? What don't you like to do? I am asking you, and they are blank. I said, okay. But I told you to go and watch this and said, hey, I'm not asking, I don't really need this thing. All I just need you to tell me is the kind of thing I should do to get this remote work. And I said, but I've told you inside this lesson, but you don't want to do it. I will not help you to watch it. Then you cannot help somebody who is not ready to help themselves. No matter what you do. The clarity said they talked about. I found out I'm introverted. This is the kind of career path that introverted this thing do. I now went on to do the product management. I like project management. I think I like to coordinate people. As in, I like it, and I saw that the pay grade is good. I now look at the skills that I currently have. Here is the thing: I don't have this project management. So when you are doing gap analysis, you tell yourself, I don't have project management technical this thing. What you now put action step. Look for a school that teaches project management in a practical way that I can use to work. Or you now say, oh, okay, I have project management skill, but I have taken this project management course, but still, or you say, oh, I have project management certification. The next one I'll not ask you is, uncle, you have the certification. Do you have the skills? There are two different things. I'm certified. Certification means you went through the course to say initiation to monitoring and control. That certification, that certification. Skills mean if I put you in a real life this thing and I ask you to sit down, create an implementation sheet, which was one of them was here the other time, or create a schedule for me. Like, okay, this is a schedule of people that are currently in the batch 1 of the Skill for Work Academy. We give them a schedule weekly. Create a schedule for me, create this thing for me. Will you be able to do it? That's a different, that is skills, right? That is what? Skills. It is totally different from what? Certification, which is what is going to bring us to the second half of this clarity session. If you are already aware, all these first one I talked about, or you are now asking yourself, do I need to gain skills, certification, knowledge, or experience? This second half is now for you, which is I'm going to start answering by taking questions from the thing. So please, if you are the beginner, I just explained what you need to do first. You need to get clarity, do a skills mapping, understand the career path you can take. When you are done doing that, you do a gap analysis between what is between you today and what you need to be that you tomorrow. When you finish doing that gap analysis, you will now go and scout for people that are offering it in the model you need it. For an experienced professional, probably doing project management, have the skills, have the experience, but they want to get this international project management job. They will know that even if they have the skills, they have the experience, they need to go and get a PMP certified in this thing. Why? Because they need a globally recognized certification to back, not because they don't know how to do the job. That kind of a person, if they ask me that question, I'll say, oh, you already have the skills, your experience, you're already doing the job. All you just need, one small thing you need to get into the global scene, probably to get a certification, and then go to LinkedIn, build a LinkedIn profile that will now position you well for that role. That will be which is what I don't recommend to people until I know their history. I could recommend for the same project management to that person, I could recommend go and get a certification from this place. To the same project management, in another situation, I could say, oh, what you need to do is get into Skills for Work Academy, because we have case study kind of approach where we teach you via case study, via projects, but not necessarily certification. We are not concerned about that. Do we issue certificates? Yes, in the academy. But do we focus on it? No, we are more focused on getting your hands dirty to do the work. Now, the next thing, someone else could be asking me, like probably an undergraduate, and saying, I'm thinking of doing project management. I said, what should I do now? And I'm asking the person, you know what? Since you don't really have time on your hands, my advice would be for you that during your year 2 to year 3 internship, go to this particular company, go and do a what? Go and do apprenticeship there, because it's not internship. You don't know, if you don't know how to do anything, you don't have the skills, you don't have the knowledge. There's nothing like intern. You are going to do a internship is I already have some skills. Let me just do the work as and be sure. Jonathan, apprenticeship and internship are 2 different things. Apprenticeship, I don't know it. I want to come and start seeing how you are doing it. Hey, that is apprenticeship. Right? So it depends on the stage of life that you are. You could be wanting to do the same project management, and I will give you 3 different recommendations. Why? You are at different stages of life. But out there, most likely, you won't be getting this kind of advice. You know why? The person just saying, project management is a good career path. If you want to get into the tech space, do project management. And I said, the advice that Kofi will use is to work. Jerry may use it and it will not work. Lerato may use it and it will not work. Because why? There are different stages of life. Now, let me take questions at this point, and I'll use the questions to answer other people. Questions, let me go to the chat box. This is typically not a teaching session. I just need to give a background because I kept getting questions. Ma, I don't want to watch this thing. I'm just asking you, how can I get remote job? As in, I'm like, no, like, please, right? As in, you need to understand what you need because you don't actually even know what you need. Right? So I'll go back to the question. Say, I am an 18-year-old. I'm 18 years of age. In my last year of high school, will I get any value from this seminar? Okay, let me answer that your question. Now, yes. And what value? Most likely at this stage of life that you are in, what you need, right? What you probably need is, where do I start? Or if I'm going to go into the university, or if I'm going to have a gap year. What is a gap year? Gap year is a year that you take off to improve yourself based on what you need. And that is what happened with the 2 people that I trained in 2022. They had finished their JAMB in May. They were not going to get into school till December. So they used 6 months of their life to come and learn soft skills, tech skills from iTrain Africa. That is what they did. And I was just saying that for 2 of them, one of them got a tech admin role in another edtech company. The other of them started his own businesses. Why? Because they are now exposed to, in fact, one of them is now doing this teas, as in launch a fashion clothing line. He doesn't sew, doesn't do anything. He do business and things like that. And what he does is fashion, whatever. He designs like stuff on t-shirts, and he used it to launch a complete clothing line. That means just one tool he learned how to use, which we teach in our workplace foundational skills program. That's Canva. is what he's using to eat right now. Like he will design those things, the t-shirt, he will place it on it, he will send it to the person that is printing it. The person printing it is using his WhatsApp story to sell, and voila, it is getting to the buyers. So I always tell people that of all the soft skills we teach you, even if it is not a what's it called? It is not a technical skill. I have seen people that learn only soft skills. They go and start using it to run their business. They use it to what? To become a virtual assistant to someone else. Yes, as a virtual assistant. She came to the academy and she's volunteering for me. She watched the course and she told me, said, Ma, this is exactly, or if not even up to what they taught me when I went to do a course on being a virtual assistant. All the tools, all the things you are talking about in this soft skills program, that's a workplace foundational skills program, is what they called virtual assistants course or whatever. I say, I know. Because why? It is important you know that there is no work you want to do in this day and age. Even if you are in the academics, with the academics that we do, say, we don't need you, just need to know the knowledge. There is no work you want to do that will not require you to have digital skills, at least if you want to do it effectively. No work. So from you even opening an email, updating the picture of that email, so that when you send out an email, your email does not land in spam. Some of you say, we sent you an email. I said, I didn't receive it. Why? Your emails is going to my spam. Because why? You opened a Gmail account. You did not change the image of that Gmail account to be a picture. So Google is seeing it as a spam account. I always say, the problem some people have is not that they don't know what they are trying to, like, it's like a digital marketer or somebody that is trying to get maybe a postdoctoral. And then your problem may not be that your research proposal is not good. Your problem may be that your email did not even land in the inbox of the person you sent it to take you for that postdoctoral. Why? Soft skill, because you simply did not know that your email you're using to send it is landing in spam. Why? Because your email does not have something as simple as a display picture. I would say what you don't know, it seniors you. But there is no way in any academic curriculum where they will teach you that open an email account, change that. Wait, don't anybody teach you that? No. Which is why when people do, I said, look, I created a workplace foundational skills from experience. And when I say experience, I'm an academic. I've taught at the university for 2 years, right? From academic experience, I've been an entrepreneur for 14 years, right? And I've worked internationally at Museum for the United Nations and Natural History Museum of London. So when I tell you I gathered all my experience to say, these are the common things you need up, so-called, it's not common, uncommon things that no one will teach you at the university. No one will teach you in a school, but you need to know it. And it is not your titled job. It is not digital marketing. It is not product management. It is not those things that have titles. Okay? I will answer your question about you wanting to be a nurse. And I saw that question about how to get experience and all that. I'll answer those questions. So I say for me, someone asked me, I say, if you have anyone or you are that person that you're already above 15, which is the youth age, according to the United Nations, youth starts from 15, right? The first thing, it doesn't matter what you tell me you want to be. I'll tell you, go and take a soft skills program. It does not matter what you want to do. Go and take the Workplace Foundational Skills program. And it doesn't matter if you have 20 years of experience in any work sector. Go and take the Workplace Foundational Skills program. Because it is upgrading your life as a worker, or it is helping you start right. You will never find someone on my program going to open nonsense email. Lady for bed, skill, all those nonsense emails that doesn't have everybody on my program. You find them creating emails with their name and their surname. These are things that no one told me then, right? So I will tell everybody that cares to listen, if you are here and you've not signed up for the workplace, you must be asking what exactly is the workplace foundational skills program. It's our soft skills program at the academy. Like, it's our what? Soft skills program at the academy. We are in 7 modules, over 60 lessons. We teach you different things. I created a curriculum across 3 years, like 3 years on different people. Like, oh, this one, he didn't know this, he doesn't know this. I created it across 3 years. Why? Because I wanted to be sure that if you take this program, the only thing that you now be concerned about is, okay, now that I know that whether it is remote work, on-site work, all the things that will support you. And if somebody is asking me what is soft skills, I say soft skills are what? Life skills, digital skills, or 21st century, anything that will help you become a worker that can work globally without you having to say, what do I need to do this? That is what soft skill is. Can you use a project management tool? You want to work remotely, but you do not know how to communicate. You do not know that Slack is what they use to communicate in a global setting, not WhatsApp at work. You do not know that Miro is where you do brainstorming sessions if you are working remotely. You like the problem, like I said, when I was creating this, I said, in fact, you will need it, especially when you do not even know the essential skills, software, and tools that you need. When you do not even know what you need, then you need it. Because when you don't know what you need, and that's always the people's greatest problem. You say, I don't know what I need. How do I now know what I'll go and ask Google? It is somebody that knows that Miro exists and they should use it for a brainstorming session that will go and ask Google, please, Miro, how do I use Miro? When you don't even know that it exists or what it is used for, what will you ask it? I say, when you do not even know what you need, then you need the Workplace Foundational Skills Program. Because first, it tells you, this is what you need. This is what they will use to do work, this kind of tool software in a global setting. This is in, like that, when you don't know what you need, then you need the Workplace Foundational Skills Program. Because first, it will reset you and say, this is what you need to know. Then it will now teach you, this is skill, learn it. So you will not go to an interview to work remotely and they're asking you, what is the tool? I interviewed someone that told me that she was a project manager. And I said, okay, if I wanted to work collaboratively as remotely with you and this thing, what tool will I use to do this thing? And she was like, I said, how long have you been doing project management? I've been a project. Actually started. I started to smile. And actually, I'm just about to round off my course in project management. And I'm like, so you want me to pay you because you are doing a course on project management. You do not know how to do the work. There are 2 different things. Calling yourself a project manager does not mean you know how to deliver the work. And if you have ever come to my interviews, I would not interview you as what is project management. That is bullshit. That is school kind of questions. I will tell you, okay, I want to organize this thing. I want to launch a course. And that is part of the kind of case studies I give to people in my program. Case study kind of question. I don't give them all this kind of question of whatever. No, I give them case study. If you see the worksheet of what I give them, I'll say, I am the product manager at this one, that one. I'm going to go on leave. I need to hold weekly meeting. This is what the weekly meeting is going to be about. We are going to please write an agenda for this meeting. Do this, do that. I will give you practical, real life work example. Now, I need you to create an implementation plan. If it's a project management thing I'm teaching them, I need to create an implementation plan. In that implementation plan, make sure that you list the people that are going to be doing this work. Make sure you list their timeline and you follow, like, But I don't give you crap because I need to know that you did not just gain the skills. You know how to execute it in a real work environment. If you don't, then all you have is knowledge. And no employer will employ you based on knowledge. Knowledge will not do the work. Skills will do it. Skills will what? Do it. So stop saying, oh, like, please. It doesn't matter, old or young, you are above 15, you are doing any kind of work, or you've not even started doing any kind of work. You just want to get into school. You need the work. Like I said, I trained people from 9 demographics. Someone Jambite, someone that doesn't have a school cert, doesn't even have a secondary school degree, someone that has finished MSc, that has been at home for 8 years, someone that has been working but went on a career break, a woman, someone that is an artist and electrician. I've trained like before I brought it out and say this thing, I was using it six months on different people in my office and say, this will work on you. This will work on this thing. NYC, someone that just finished NYC. In fact, those are the category that I said, if you don't do anything for yourself, get from the Workplace Foundational Skills Program. NYC people. You know why? Don't waste your time looking for a job that they will not give you. They will not even tell you that you don't qualify. They will simply, like, you will say, why are they not even replying my email? They don't even tell me whether I qualified or not. They will not even acknowledge. You know why? The email you sent to them, you put a CV that is a link, that when they now click that link, they now say requesting for access. Somebody did it to me a couple of weeks ago. I just looked at the email. I just said next. So I should be requesting access to get into your CV. Are you all right? That's what I just told myself. Next, that means in her mind, she'll be thinking she did not qualify. Guess what? I did not even review the CV because I do not have time. If that person had learned on my Workplace Foundational Program that when you are sharing a link that you don't want someone to start asking for access, you share it in a way that anybody with that link can access it. But she wouldn't know it. You know why? She didn't learn it. So I always tell people, it is not what you don't know. Like, it is not what you know. It is not the technical skill you know. You're a lawyer, you're a doctor, you're this. Those ones you know it. It is the ones you don't know what you would need that is stopping you from getting to the next stage. And when you don't know what you need, forget what I said at the beginning about asking AI. When you don't know what you need, you will not know what to ask Google. You will not know what to ask AI because you don't know what to ask it. When you know what to ask it, research is good. When you don't know what to ask it, then you need to go and book a clarity session with a human being and say, this is my situation. What do I do? Now, this person asked, let me go to the next question. She said she wants to be a nurse. And she doesn't know how. This person that said she wants to be a nurse, I will ask you one question. Have you watched the free videos I gave? Because most of your questions will be answered once you watch those 5 videos. Have you watched it? I'm dropping it as a reply to you. Have you watched it? Then go and watch it. It will answer your, because what you ask is that may be actually different from the reality. Go and watch that video. It will help you. Especially this one. I dropped the link here. Right? I dropped the link in the comment section. You see, by the time you finish taking this lesson 1 and 2, these 2, by the way, it can 2 days. By the 29th, this link will be available. You can sign into our online school to still get it for 7 days. For this particular page, the only reason I created this page today is for people that are into the online school. I don't know why. So I tried to create this page today and put the videos from our online school on this page. In the next 2 days, it will be off. So if you don't watch it before the next 2 days, it will be off. But you can still get it in our online school when you sign up for the Workplace Foundational Skills Program. because I know our online school is pretty easy to navigate. I don't know why people can't navigate it. Yeah, it's pretty easy to get through this. I don't know why it's kind of hard. I want to show you what the online school looks like. Yeah. The Workplace Foundational Skills Program, the paid one, not the free one. I want to view it as a member. Yeah, that's the curriculum. That's what it looks like. Module 2, you can see what you will learn in Module 2. Lesson 1 to 14, different Google tools. Then Module 3, can you see it? There are 20 lessons. All of them are still softwares. Can you see it? Module 4, you see what you will learn. Module 5 and 6, you see what you will learn. Like, I teach every single thing that will make your life easy, right? Now, I'm just going to click on any of those lessons and click view. Let me click on this and to take me to the course listing. So if you are signed up, if you enroll in this is what you'll be experiencing, like this. And I can see when you've completed, you can see this person has completed 1%, 2%. I will see it. I can see the number of times you've logged in. So when someone tells me, I did not even get anything, I say, no, lie. You logged in once and I can see 2% on your destiny. Be deceiving yourself. Paying for the program does not equate to you learning and implementing. They are two different things. Right? So now, but for you, that the young person, your question is answered in the free version, in the clarity module. Like in this, look at this. You see this module 1. You see these 5 lessons. When I tell people that the one I gave you access to for free, it is the same thing that it is in the module 1. This is my paid program. This is the paid one. This one, can you see it? The mindset to work globally, knowing, and this is the free one. Let me show you the free one. This is the free one that I said that you should go and watch. Are the titles different? Mindset to work globally. Can you see the free one? It's the same thing, the same length of video. This is the paid one. Can you see the mindset to work globally? Knowing your personality. The first 5 videos in my academy is what I gave to you for free. Why? I said clarity is king. You must be clear before you proceed on any journey. Even when people come and say, should I take a listen? I will ask them questions. What then I say, okay, take my Global Opportunities Program. You're a professional. All you need is visibility. All you need is you already have experience, you have skills, you have all this. What you need to now get that job is the Global Opportunities Program. If you're an experienced professional, I will tell you, I'll not say, now you want to get that global job. But if you want to get that global job and you are not really technologically forward, you are not digitally savvy, but you have experience, then you need to get 2 things. You need to get GOP, that is the Global Opportunities Program, which is for professionals with experience, that will teach you how to build that profile, optimize your LinkedIn and all that. Position. But guess what? You now also need to take the soft skills program. This one, Workplace Foundational Skills. It's for everybody. It's for everybody. Because why do I say so? I have personally worked with professionals, 10 years experience, 12 years experience, 15 years experience, 20 years. I've worked with ex-presidential experience. And you see some of the things I'm teaching you on the Workplace Foundational Skills, I will have to teach them when I'm working with them one-on-one, because I say, I cannot, this Google folder, I'm not sure how to arrive at the place. This link, I'm not sure. All those things that you think it is because you're a beginner, you don't know. Guess what? There are people who say they don't know it. Why? The advantage I have is I've worked internationally and I've worked remotely. So I can particularly sit down and say, this is what I need to know. This is what I didn't know when I joined. Right? That is the advantage I have. And that is what I'm teaching on this program. So if you see me list and see, I always say some people will go and search and say, oh, you are showing me your curriculum. I say, why not? If you like, copy all this screenshot and do this curriculum. Go and start asking ChatGPT one by one because you don't want to pay the current fee. And the current fee is subsidized, 37,625. I say, good luck to you. You can, in fact, I can show you how this thing. Google how the 60 plus lessons. You know what ChatGPT won't tell you? It will not tell you my experience, how I have used it in this workplace, the situations I've used it, how I've used Excel. It will only teach you, oh, this Excel sheet, this is what this thing can do for you. Guess what? You will still not know how to use it to do work. You know why? You did not do a practical case scenario of work. You did not do it. So you know the existence of that tool, but you do not know the situation where to use it. So you will still go to that interview. They will still ask you, oh, I want to do a brainstorming session at this one, that one, with a team of this thing, XYZ. Walk me through how you are going to do it. And you are looking at me. Guess what? But you finish screenshotting my this thing, Abby. But guess what? You will not know what they're asking you. Because you only asked by research. You did not ask by practical experience. That is the difference. Because somebody had asked me, oh, after all, I've seen all the course outline. I just need to go and I said, oh, please ask away. Ask away. Ask away. Like, ask away. I won't ask you not to ask. Do you understand me? I'm just showing you like all the things you will learn. So when I tell people it is a subsidized program, it is. The 2 people that took this program or 3 people that took this program while I was doing research, I was still building the curriculum. They took it for 300,000 naira. 300,000 naira, the same thing. So I know it is subsidized. And I can wake up tomorrow and change the price. And yes, people will still pay for it. Because no one gives you 70 lessons or 60 lessons at 37. Like, how much? That means one lesson is how much? It's like, I give you, like, calculate it. Calculate it. Really? So when with them, I said, no wahala, just wait. When it's no longer subsidized, you come and take it. Because that time you would have seen the value. And no, the price will not be the same. Right? So those are all the things. And this is what, because why I have to show people this online school, I'm asking myself, how is it difficult to get into the online school? I don't know why it is difficult for some people, right? I think this one was the personality, the lesson that had personality test. And after they take the lesson, I'll ask them to click and watch and everything like that. So it is important. That lady, then someone said, how to get experience if you know the work you want to do. That is another gap I'm feeling. Why do I say so? If I tell you I did 3 years of experience in developing this program, you must be asking, why did it take me that long? Because people come to me. They will say they have experience. People come to me, or they will say they have experience. Say, oh, experience and relevant experience are 2 different things. Please, let's be clear. Experience and relevant experience are 2 different things. When I was trying to get my job at the United Nations, I had work experience in the academic sector. That was years. I had, I had certificate and all those things. But I did not put those things in my cover letter. I put relevant experience in my cover letter. What is relevant experience? Relevant experience is experience that is closely related to the kind of job you are asking to do. So in my case, they were employing me as global program coordinator and design lead. The places I have used my design thinking experience were Unleash Global Innovation Lab. And when I organized hackathon in Nigeria, that is what I wrote in my cover letter. Relevant. And that thing experience was only 3 months. It was only 3 months. So I'm going to ask you, Ali, do you have experience or relevant experience? Now, that's number 1. You say you don't have experience. Now, the next thing I'm going to ask you is how to get the experience if you know the work you want to do. Now, I will ask you, let's say I'm assuming maybe you want to be a project manager. You know it. When you say you know it, you have the knowledge. You completed a course. That is what you did. Which is why I started Sleep Work Academy. Many people have taken product management, digital marketing, social media, blah, blah. They've taken all the, and look, let me backtrack. There are 2 categories of, there are 3 things an employer is looking for. 3 major things. Soft skills. What is soft skills? All the things you need to do the work aside the main work. Let's say, for instance, now I'm a project manager. That is my main work. My main work is a hard skill or a technical skill. That is what main work is. When I say main work is that work that gives you a title, social media that gives you a title, that is main work. So you are more concerned about that thing, whereas it is only 30% of what your employer is asking for, 30%. So it means that if that is the only thing you have, and you have academic certificates, you have failure, you have F, because you have only 30% technical skill and 5% academic. That is what you have. So the equation is 5% of what an employer wants is your academic. 30% is soft skills, meaning all the things that will support you in doing the work. Like what? You must be asking like what? Come to this curriculum here. They need you to know how to set up an email properly. And yes, there's a way to set up an email properly. Do you know how to use out of office on this thing? Can you schedule your email to send it out tomorrow instead of today? Can you change your this thing? Can you set your signature on email? Yes, there's a proper way to set up an email. Instead of just opening an email. Yeah, it was when I started looking at it. Oh, Darren, can you set up your signature? Can you set up your this thing? Can you make sure you're using the fonts of the this? And I'm like, hey, as in, are you serious? Yes. When you're working remotely, they need you. Why? You'll be sending emails to partner, and they need your email to consistently look like it is coming from the same source. So when I look at some people's email, they will send me Georgia today. They will send me a remote tomorrow. I said, rubbish. You can't work internationally. Now, the question is, what the information I just gave you, would you know it if I did not mention it? Would you know it if you don't have international work experience? No. So you could go and ask AI, how do I set up my email? But you don't know what is important to set up and why it is important. Why am I teaching you that thing? So anything you see me teach in this curriculum, it is the thing that is important to doing work like this. Not everything. There are 70 plus Google tools. I talked about it in lesson 3. 70 plus Google tools. I talked about all of them, like a short overview in lesson 3. But guess what? I said, now I'm going to walk you through all the 10 to 20 that you'll be using regularly in a workspace. That is what I did. So I help you sieve out the good things from the shaft, and you put the shaft away, then you can now focus on the good ones. That is what I do. So if you don't have that experience, my advice, no one will employ you if you cannot demonstrate that you have worked in a certain capacity. That I can tell you for free, especially remote work. No one will hire you. Now, how do you now acquire 3 major things, 2 major ways: volunteering or internship. Now, here is a bad one. You cannot volunteer for something you don't know how to do. You cannot volunteer for something. But what is volunteering? Oh, I see your life is hard. My current community manager, she came to me and she said she wanted to volunteer for me. She has worked before with the Lagos State government for 4 years. She has been a virtual assistant. She has done this and that. So when she came to me, I said, okay, what can you do? So I'm not teaching her how to be a community manager. I am not teaching her this thing. She is saying, oh, I have done project management, I've done volunteering, but I've done it in small capacities. I see that your own community, you have 9,000 people, you have, like, I want to do it on a bigger scale. Let me volunteer to sharpen my skills. That is volunteering. So when you come to me and say, ma, I want to volunteer for you, and I say, okay, as what? I want to help you create your design. I say, hi. I say, I just finished learning in design. I say, you're not volunteering for me. You are trying to intern. There are 2 different things. Volunteering, I will not be telling you, do this, this is how we do it, or be watching your this thing. Interning, you have some knowledge, but you've not done work. So in between me and you, I know that by the time you do this one, I'll still be correcting you, go come, correcting you, go come. Do you understand? And that is another question I've been getting people asking me. Say, oh, you said on the global this thing. Let me find that page. I've asked that my people will update this. The global opportunities, GCP, global opportunities career, as in global career paths, that's GCP. GCP is our technical school, like I was saying. There are three major things. The soft skills, everything that will support your work. Hard skill or technical skill, the title. That is, I'm a project manager. That is the title. Then the third thing is relevant experience. That is what I was just talking about now. Volunteering or internship. If you don't have it, instead of you trying to look for work that will give you relevant work experience, because guess what? I said the criteria for what an employer wants, I explained it on this page very well. I said it is what? 5, 30, 30, 35. So it means that I'm an employer. I know you don't have work experience, but I'm wanting you to have some form of experience. And you must go and have it before you come back to me. I don't care how you get it. And I will not call you because I'm not your mentor. I will not come and sit and say, this is how you get it. What's my own next candidates? Next what? Candidates. Can you see this image is what I was looking for? Why do you need this? Why do you need soft skills? The formula you need to get job in 2024 is what? 5% educational, 30% soft skills, 35% experience. So score yourself. What do you have? You see, this thing I'm doing is gap analysis. Okay, I have 5%, sorry. I have 5% certificate. I went to school, 5%. Do I have soft skills? Most likely you don't, because they don't teach it in school. And they don't teach it even in all these online courses. What they will teach you when they say, come and enroll for coding, come and enroll for this thing, is the hard skill. So I did my research well before I created this academy. People don't teach you soft skills. An employer will not employ if you don't have it. People don't let you have experience. An employer, it carries 35% of what an employer wants. So the question, how do you get it? Two things, volunteering. If you already, now, if, for instance, you learn project management, you have your own business, you are applying what they taught you in your own personal business, whether it is your personal brand or a business you're starting, in your own, you are applying it in one way or the other. That means that you can now go and meet someone and say, oh, let me intern with you because I know how to, or let me volunteer for you. Now, if you cannot, you are not in that space yet, then internship is the way to go. And no, people don't want interns. You know why? People will say, oh, you want to do internship with me. What do you know? You'll be slowing my work down. So trust me, I was sharing, even for us, we are having to convince our partners to come on board. Can you see that? iTrain Africa Skill for Work Intern Recruitment Partnership. We are going into different meetings to say, this is, and I am issuing them what guarantee to say, by the time I'm done training my people, they will not disturb you. If you are getting a content creator why am I saying this? Because I am trusting the quality of what I'm impacting. I have seen it happen. My people, after 3 months, I have trained. I'm always saying 3 months. After 3 months, typically at iTrain Africa, people that I train across that 3 years, this thing, by the 4th month, they start to earn. Why? Because what they know is now contributing to the output of the organization. And they will now go and meet their next employer, and it has happened for all of them, and say, I have done this at iTrain Africa. This is my portfolio. This is what I'm able to do. For 8 weeks, I manage a social media, this thing, or campaign, or this thing. For 8 weeks, I was the product manager for this particular this thing. That is what I am trying to do. So when I designed that thing, I told the partners, what I need from you, don't worry. There'll be an intern liaison officer that'll be, coordinating this thing. You don't have to worry. Just give them work tasks and we will manage it. Why? At the end, if they deliver your tasks well, all I need you to give them is a recommendation letter to say they worked with you for this period of time. They did work and you are supporting the years that yes, they have good work ethic, they can deliver. Now, the moment you have that recommendation from that employer or from, which is what I said, when I created Skill for Work Academy, it was to fill 2 gaps. Even if we have 5 programs at our academy, 5, right? These are the 2 I'm concentrating on. Soft skills. Can you see this? Soft skills and internship. Because hard skill, every Tom, Dick, and Mariah outside is selling project management, digital marketing, blah, blah, blah. They're selling it everywhere. But you know why they will not try to teach you soft skills? Is that they don't know what it is. They don't know. They've never worked internationally to say these are the ones you require to work internationally, or they don't have the patience to market it. Because why? Before you can say, come and buy soft skills course, the person first needs to understand why they need it. So it is too much work for them. But then I'm an educator. I will not put something in the market that is not a need. So I would rather take my time like I'm doing now to explain to you what you need so that you have clarity on what you need. It is better for you to say, oh, I want to pay 37,625 today. Let me take soft skill. I've done one. I've gotten 30%. Let me take hard skill, another 35,000, this thing. I've gotten another 30%. Now I have 60% of what I want. You stand a better chance than someone that has just gone to take only hard skill. You will be telling me from today to tomorrow, I'm a content creator, I will still not employ you. What is the essence? My content creator yesterday, I was walking out through this thing. What is this thing? Mirror. If you look at this thing, so if somebody is working with me, so beyond you coming to tell me you're a content creator, you say, oh, can you get into Mirror? Can you work on Mirror? Can we brainstorm on Mirror? This is what a brainstorming board. Can you see? I want to show you something. You will see this content next week. Go to my Instagram page. You will see this content. This is the amount of work we first needed to do. Say, okay, we are categorizing meat and this. And yes, people that get into my content, this hard skill school, I will teach them how I do all these things. Like how I brainstorm content for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. I will teach them how to do this on Mirror. So when you are seeing content, work has gone into it at the back end. You see, that woman is constantly dishing out content. There's a process. I say, I don't teach what I don't do. This is the Mirror board for my works, for my team. Yesterday, we sat down, did all this work. Can you see it? Educational posts. Can you see this one? Informational post. This one, 30 days launch calendar. These are the systems I put in place. So when I teach you, I always say, I don't do mediocrity. I'm a global citizen. I teach you based on global standards. I don't, and when I say, I don't mean theory. I don't come and start defining, and create content strategy is when you conceptualize it from the beginning to the end. That is bullshit. That is theory. I'm saying, show me in real workspace what you are doing. You are telling me content strategy is when you conceptualize it from the beginning to the end. Who asked you? I've had enough of theory in my life because I did a PhD. I don't even want to hear it again. Show me how it translates to work. Simple. And let's get behind all these concepts, this thing. But I don't blame people. I am a business owner. I am a professional who has worked. So my perspective is different. I have the perspective of a worker, of someone who has experience. Most facilitators have the perspective of a teacher. They learned it. They learned digital marketing. Now start teaching digital marketing. I said, well done. You shall learn one day. Do you understand? I don't have that perspective. I have a perspective of somebody who is using it, not somebody who learns it and is not teaching it. No, that is not me. So your experience, your best bet, Ali, is to what? Is to register for GCP. That would be my advice to you. Because why? Even if this is GCP, global, this is my GCP program. What we call our technical school is GCP, Global Career Paths. That is why I cannot, because somebody has come and say, okay, I think I have soft skill. I think I have hard skill. Let me pay you for internship. I said, no, I will not post you to my partners. I have promised my partners that the quality of the people that will come to them are not people that will be asking me, how do I send message on Slack? I want to send message on Slack to everybody. See my Slack workspace. Then I say, I don't teach you what I don't use. I don't teach you what I don't do. Now I'm saying, man, how do I make sure everybody on Slack receive it? I say, are you serious? Are you joking? I don't want to send that kind of thing to my partner, that kind of product to my partners. Why? I have 2 international partners that have agreed to receive some of my interns. So I don't want them to come, Dr. Jerry, but I thought you said. No, I thought you said they understood how to communicate. They understood how to handle negotiations. And I'm like, no. Because let's assume if you want to pay me for internship, you come and give me 150. Is it 150K that you give me for internship that will make me now send it to a partner? Like they will now come and say, please, I cannot take somebody from you again the next batch because they don't know how to do anything. They cannot communicate. They cannot send proper emails. Why? I expect that everything in my soft skills school, which is as in these soft skills. So if you get on a GCP program, what you get is the first course first. This course, Workplace Foundational Skills Program. That's a soft skill school. When you finish getting this, you get this course, Workplace Foundational Skills. That's a soft skill. Can you see soft skill? When you finish getting the soft skill, you will now go to our technical school, which you will now choose anyone that you want to be. Because all the courses that are in my technical school, whether it's digital marketing, content creation, product management, program coordination and management, or project management, they are being taught by professionals that are working. My project management facilitator is UK-based, has 20 years of product and project management experience. My product management facilitator is based in Australia. She has worked in Nigeria, South Africa, Malawi. Do you understand? I said, look, how much are we collecting for this program? Like you will start it now, you won't finish it until end September. Why? Because you will do 6 weeks of soft skills, 6 weeks of hard skills, and you will do 8 weeks of internship. Ask yourself, distribute the 150,000 across 5 months. How much is that? Distribute it. Doesn't people tell me, I said, look, in this investment, you are the one gaining. Because the truth is, you're probably paying me 30K per month to be with me as I gain all that knowledge. It doesn't add up economically for iTrain Africa. And like I said, this is a subsidized program. So even if to you, I always say, do the maths, just do the maths. To you, it may seem like, oh, that money is, but do the maths. If you are going to primary, I'm sure even your children's lesson, as in, if you say, it's 30K I'm paying per month or something, just do the maths. Not now talk of. And by the way, I got this thing today. I was really happy. From Blessing. I'm really excited. Blessing is somebody that joined me in batch 1 of this thing. If you read my email, how many of you got Blessing's email today? Where is that email? Blessing. Yeah, I've seen it. I sent something to you about Blessing. I want you to go and read it. Like I smiled. Why? This is it. Blessing reached out to me March. She said she was really confused. Yes, this was the message. Good evening. I'm actually a BSc graduate. Currently, I have a job, but for months now, I have been feeling outdated. I knew I needed to do better for myself and maybe apply a tech skill, but I didn't know the exact skill. That is always many people's problem. Should I do a BSc? Should I do an MSc? Should I do a business application? They don't know what they need, but they know they need to upgrade. And I said, after assessing the first 5 lessons of the Skill for Work Academy program, I now know where to start, even though I don't know what it is in front of me. After she sent me that, I wrote her this, and I said, first, your feedback warms my heart. I encounter people every day and all needing this thing. Clarity is always first. This was from my inbox that I replied to her. I said, I'm glad the first 5 videos helped you. I said, I'll look out, and I said, you have already started well. I'll look out for you in the first class we have. That was this, and I met her in the first onboarding lesson we had. I said, something tells me you are worthy of being followed. Blessing. Here is my promise. If you put in the work and stay committed, you'll be worthy of being a member or a mentor at the SW in 18 months. That is what I told her. I like to be realistic with my expectations. For me, the highest number of time I train somebody before they become employable is always 6 months. But I like to be realistic because I don't know the conditions she is in. Now, Blessing sent me this 2 days ago. He said, everyone at work had noticed a significant improvement in our performance. That's the upper part of the message. So, during our monthly regional meeting, I shared some of the ideas I learned in the course. Like this course, she's still on this course. She's 6 weeks course. This is week 4. She sent me 2 days ago. Like, do you understand? She's still on the course. So, which helped me to speed up our work progress. That is the work progress of the organization. My boss was so impressed with how well I had become. Additionally, my boss gifted me cash above the complete fee of the recommended model, which I signed up for. Meaning, Blessing, by the way, Beth signed up for the GCP Pro. That's the one that has a soft skill, hard skill, and internship. She's in the 4th week of the program, the soft skill program. She has gotten her money back. Why? A contribution at work. I always tell people you cannot move until you invest. It is just what it is. So the question is, are you going to be doing the investments for yourself? Is your organization doing the investments for you? Is your parents doing the investments for you? Or you are doing it yourself? Someone has to be invested. Like, someone has to be invested. Even the programs you get on that are free. Someone is paying the costs. Someone has subsidized this program. It is someone's pocket that investment is coming from. It is not free. So you now need to decide on, do I want to wait till someone invests for me? Or do I want to invest myself so that by the time I invest now, my earning capacity can increase? You need to decide. That decision is totally yours, right? So if you ask me, Ali, I will say register for the GCP. Because this happened just today. Register for what's the GCP? Because there is no way, if you need experience, the only program I have that can offer you that experience is the GCP. That's a global career path. Because even if you can decide to come to my academy and say, I want to pay you for only project management. I'll pay you 37,000. I will say, yes, do it and go. But you cannot come and tell me, I want to pay you that money. Then I'll now pay you additional for internship. I don't want to do soft skills program. It's not possible. You cannot get into my internship program if you've not taken soft skills. In fact, there is a possibility that you can get into my internship program if you did only soft skills. You know why? All the things I teach on the soft skill program can be used to do work as a virtual assistant. So I would rather post someone to my partner who will be a virtual assistant for him or her. Do you understand? Because I know that they are signing up to be a virtual assistant, which I know that everything I covered in the workplace foundational skills will help them become a good virtual assistant. Than post someone that comes to me and say, I have a technical skill. I'll say, never. Even if you know you are a project manager in quotes, my partner will not be waiting for you. You'll be saying you came late to meeting. On my curriculum, one of the things I'm teaching my people, traits. When I say traits, what module is that? Model workers' attributes. Can you see it? Emotional intelligence, negotiation, planning and project, strategy, leadership, managing uncertainties, agile working distance, selling. I'm teaching them traits. These are the things you are expected. You cannot come late to a meeting. Do you understand me? You can't come late to a meeting. All those traits that you out of Africa, they'll be looking at you and say, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Do you understand me? Those are the things I'm covering. Now, let's go back to other questions. Can someone like me do this program because I'm not a graduate? Yes. Graduate is not. I have somebody that did that program 2 years ago. She does not have a school cert. I'm assuming you have a school cert, Abby. She does not have a school, she didn't finish secondary school. She does not have a school cert. And she learned. Do you understand me? So I'm assuming you would even have a school cert. Maybe you finish secondary school, you have a school certificate as a secondary school living certificate. This person doesn't have. But guess what? The first thing I observed, I was like, you are a smart person. And you are someone who is very willing to learn. So if you can read and write, which is why I say anybody from 15, meaning from SS2, they teach you English in SS3. Every literacy, the English and mathematics they want to teach you, they've taught you SS2 downward, and an average SS student is 15. Literacy, can you read and write? Can you comprehend? If they write something, can you read it? And you can comprehend it. Comprehension is what I need. If you can comprehend, you can learn. That is all I need from you. I don't see any more questions, so it's like we're going to end this meeting very early today. Please, if you have questions, ask your question. Let me check if you have questions from YouTube. And yeah, if you're asking how do you make payments on this page, there's account details. Even the page I sent to you, there's account details. The other page, this one, where you're watching the video, just go down. You see the account details here. 37,625 for the starter. That's the soft skill. You see the account details. And you see how much like how much, okay, how much it is, it's above the account details. Workplace foundational skills, 37,625. The one that has, okay, I've taken soft skill. I want to add skill of project management or product management or digital marketing, like one of those add skill. And there is someone that paid me for 2 add skills. They say they want to learn 2 different things. I think they want to learn project management and digital marketing. Can you still proceed after the soft skill program? Yes. Like I said, an employer's requirements are 3 different things: soft skill, a hard skill, and experience. So someone can decide to say, let me pay for the soft skill. What is inside the global career path? The soft skill program, that is the workplace foundational skill, that is 37,625 as of today. The hard skill, what is the hard skill? Any of these 5 that is in our academy, all these ones. Digital marketing. So what happens is, when you pay for the soft skills program, the very first module is what? Is a clarity module. It helps you to get clear, like, okay, soft skills are skills that it doesn't matter the career you want to do. Entrepreneurship, academia, or freelancing, or professional, in any field you need it. So they are called transferable skill set. Whether you are working as a project manager or a digital marketer, you need to be able to use Slack. Do you understand? Whether you are working as a project management this thing, or a lawyer, you need to be able to communicate via email. Do you understand? They are transferable. Now, the difference is now in the hard skill. Hard skill are not transferable skill set. It's like, is that you are something. Do you understand? That is hard skill. It is not transferable from work to work. You cannot say, I was a digital marketer, and I want to use the experience of a digital marketer to go and be a project manager. You have to go and learn it newly. That is hard skill. Do you understand? So now I have people like, what was Blessing talking about in that email? When she sent me that message, what was she talking? She said, apologies for the lengthy message. We'll pay the cost balance this weekend, but I'm explaining why is she telling me that? She paid half. She wanted this program, that's the global opportunities, the global career path, where she will take soft skill, hard skill, and internship. But she knows that she first needs to start with the soft skill. So even if somebody paid us for global career partner, they will do 6 weeks of soft skill, another 6 weeks of the hard skill they paid for. So some of them, because they did not have the money to pay everything at once, they paid only 37,625 and said by the end of this month, they will pay, like people that started the batch 1. And that is what they are doing. They are doing pay as you go. Meaning, I have soft skill. Why do I start from soft skill? I say it is possible for you to even get employment with soft skill. Why? You can be somebody's virtual assistant. Oh, let me help you be scheduling your meeting. Let me help you be sending your emails. Why? All the things I taught in that thing will help you to be a good virtual assistant. Is it to type emails, to connect browsers, to open this thing, to set up Zoom meetings, to schedule your boss's calendar, to create flyers? I taught them how to create flyers from an event. Compress PDF, sign on PDF, do presentation, do PowerPoint slide. Like everything that a virtual assistant will need to support, even the executive director of a big organization, they will learn it in soft skills. Even someone that said, okay, I don't even want to be anything. I don't want to be project manager, anything. Let me just take this soft skill. I'll go and be a virtual assistant. They will use it to work. That's a program that they took for 37,000. They will use it to work. Yeah, I say you can learn soft skill and use it to work. If the only thing you have is that, you can still use it to work. But you see art skill, you cannot learn art skill alone and take it and say, I know how to, I'm a project manager, I'm a product manager, I'm a digital marketer. But auntie, I send you an email, you don't check it. I send you this thing, you don't reply. I'm asking you to use Slack, you're telling me what is that? I'm saying let's co-create content that we will use. We will use on Miro. You're telling me you don't know how to use Miro? What do you know how to do? The only thing you know how to do is the work you learned, Abi. I beg, leave this place. Do you understand what I'm saying now? So there is something we call the pay as you go plan. You can upgrade and say, okay, let me start this month, let me pay. So by the time the technical school is starting, all technical courses are starting June 18. Because, I showed you this Miro board. Part of what I use Miro board for is I use it to, like I said, my facilitators, some of my facilitators are not even in Nigeria. Let's start from there. How do you think I'm creating courses with them? I'm teaching them tools on how to work remotely. So you see this part, see this board. This is me and my facilitators. Every Saturday, this is how we work. And these are part of the things I'm teaching on the program. How to work remotely with people. Can you see it? I'm having a meeting with the person that is teaching product management. Can you see this thing? Brainstorming template for product management. We created this, started grouping it for the project management person. Can you see his Miro board? You see this? We created this last weekend together. Then we go and start recording and sending our way. You see it? So for me, I first had to teach my own facilitators how to work remotely. And why? It is a soft skill. So they can have 20 years project management experience. If they don't know how to work remotely with tools, you have to learn it. I say, it does not matter your experience. Oh, I have a PhD. Forget it. Soft skills, senior you. People only acquire it because of where they have worked or the kind of things they are exposed to. And yes, people don't teach it as a curriculum. If you are asking, go to Google, go and maybe you've seen our curriculum, all the things I'm teaching you, I will show you since morning. If you go to Google and say soft skills training, soft skills school, ask how many of them will start teaching you how to do Miro, how to do Google tools. They'll just teach you soft skills are those skills you need at work to ensure that you're excelling, e.g., leadership skills, communication skills. They will not teach you that communication means sending email, sending in this manner. Do you understand what I'm saying? You can Google it right now. You can go and Google, say soft skills training. They say, we have a soft skills training. We will teach you leadership skills, communications. I've seen that on people chat us on WhatsApp. They say, do you actually cover leadership? I say, Auntie, so when I now teach you leadership, theory of this thing, how does that translate to your work? You first need to ask them, what do I need? What does the workforce need? Theory. The theory you'll be learning since primary school. So what questions again? That's the last question. So Khadija, I'm asking, yes, you can proceed as a soft skill. You can choose any of the 5. We are going to be adding more programs later, but we have 5 programs currently. Why? We started first with the programs that we know that they are highly in demand globally. And if you want to get to this page, you can go to this page. Let me send it. You can go to this page to check yourself. It's itrainafrica.com/global career paths. That's where our technical skills school is. So you can see digital marketing, content creation. And the people that will be creating content, you see that Miro board, how I create content, how I brainstorm, we do strategy, I'll teach you all that. And I'll be teaching you how to create LinkedIn content. Why? I'm not sure there's any content program online that teaches people how to create LinkedIn content for corporate pages. And it is one skill that, as at 2017, when I was still doing my PhD, my subordinate, she was managing a company's LinkedIn page, 2017. She used to write 4 articles in 1 month, and they pay her 70,000 naira. But guess what? I'm not sure I found a Nigerian. No, I found one, Leslie. He's now in Canada, though. That used to, what it does for a living is to create content for company LinkedIn pages. He earns well. Why? It is a high-level content writing skill. Not many people can. See, it in my global opportunities program. My global opportunities program is 268,000 naira. And I'll be introducing them to it in this content creation. So if you're that person, you feel like, I don't want to learn anything that is too technical. I'd rather be doing content writing, that kind of thing. Like, I don't want to be thinking too much. Now I'll be doing creating exec or project management. Content writing is your go-to. Now, product management, that is the one I showed you that we're already creating for my facility, and my facility are already creating. Like that. So yeah, those are the things that so you can either pay for soft skill and hard skill alone, that's what we call flex, like soft skill and hard skill alone, or you pay for soft skill, hard skill, and internship. That's what we call pro. They are both, but whether it is flex or pro, you will learn soft skill and hard skill. It is now like, do you need the extra 35% of what an employer wants? If you need that extra 35%, the pro. So I'm not sure, I don't think there is any question anymore. Do you have questions? Is there anybody confused about what they need, whether it is around the offer or it is around their own personal stuff? Are you asking me what the online school looks like? I've shown you all the curriculum. You can decide to sign up, or you can decide to say, I'll go and Google it or AI it or whatever. The decision is yours, really. Yes, there's a certificate element to this. When people finish it, they will get their certificates. They will get their certificates, yeah. But I've not turned on. Let me put it off first. I've turned it off. When they finish, you will get it. But that's the curriculum right here. I'm sure you're counting, wow, all these lessons. Yes, they are like 10 to 20 minutes lessons. So is there any other question for me before we go? Is there any question? What can I do with this program after learning the skill for someone not working with company? There are 4 types of work: entrepreneurship, company work, which is professional work, freelancing, meaning that you are not working for one company. You are working for several people. You are saying, you are going to the people on your street and saying, oh, can I help you to be doing your bookkeeping? Can I help you to be doing whatever it is you want to be offering them as a service? Do you understand? That is freelancing. You are working for different people that are collecting money from different people. That's freelancing. Now, academic is like you are going to university, you want to be a lecturer. That is 4 categories of work. So now, like I explained, soft skill, it is for everybody. Because if you are an entrepreneur, you are selling, entrepreneurship is what? Business. You are doing business. You will need to send email to your clients. You will need to do presentation. By the time you start saying, oh, I want to go and collect that contract, you will need to do all those things. Do you understand me? Like, there was someone that learned, she's an entrepreneur, she's a business person, she owns a school. That's Ghanaian. So when she came to learn all these things so that she can use to support all the activities of her school. So unlike before that, they will say they have meeting in her school, they will not schedule the meeting, they will not add it to calendar. She doesn't do it again. Now schedule their meeting in the calendar. They will say, oh, they want to do a plan, resumption. They don't do a schedule of how the students will learn. Like, she has learned all those things. Now they do schedule in her school. So she learned soft skills, meaning that all the things that will help her business grow. Do you understand? Now, it does not matter whether you are working in the office or what not. In fact, let's even assume that the email you want to send is so that somebody can hit you up. You will learn how to send that kind of email. So that I say soft skill is everything that you do apart from the title. That is soft skill. Everything you do in your day-to-day life that helps you to support your business, support your work, support it, that is your soft skill. So don't think about it as, that I said, the only work that I know that you can now call a title and say, oh, these soft skills, I learned it too. But me, these soft skills even if it is not a work, like it is not for title, it is not for project management, you don't get a title from learning soft skill. It is not a title skill. But what I am teaching is what people teach in the school of virtual assistantship, meaning they become assistants to other people because they help. For someone like me, I'm a busy person, I have an assistant. The person schedules my meeting. So imagine if the person doesn't know how to schedule my meeting, will I give them the work? They don't know how to put a meeting on my calendar. They don't know how to reply a email when somebody reaches out to me for partnership. They don't know how to prepare a partnership agreement. They cannot create an implementation sheet. So all the things that I don't want to be doing myself, right? It's just they are doing it for me and I'm paying them for it. So if somebody wants to the only money I don't have is that you can decide to say, I am a virtual assistant. I'll be helping you, a busy person, a career person, schedule their meeting and do all these small tasks that they don't want to be doing themselves. They don't want to be sending email to people. They don't want to be creating Canva designs themselves. You can take it, that knowledge, and become a virtual assistant. And no, that's why it's called virtual assistant, meaning it is from your house. What time the class? It is an online program. Grace Olamoju, the classes is an online program. You see this thing? If I click it, it will play. If I click these videos, let me click it for you. If I click it, it will play. Do you understand me? So what we do is we make them take it at their pace, but there is a schedule. Look at people that are in this current batch. In week 1, can you see this schedule? See this schedule? They started on what? April 2. We will now tell them on April 2, this is what you must learn, because we tell them one hour every day, make sure you learn. So even if the lessons are there, but we tell them this is how to learn despite you're a busy person. On day 1, you will spend 2 hours with us, somebody. On day 2, you will spend this lesson now, they are 20 minutes. On day 2, you will learn lesson 1, your mindset, lesson 2, taking percent, lesson 3, determining. So we give them this schedule. They come here and say, what am I supposed to be learning today? They, lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3. They will now go to the academy and say, this is what I'm supposed to be learning today. Lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3. Can you see it? So for me, beyond what I'm even using mouth to teach you, you say, this woman, she structures everything. Like, see, you see how to create this schedule? This kind of schedule? I taught them how to do it in the program. I said, because all of us will get busy. They will give you access to online course. You will not learn. I said, but if I teach you how to learn at small paces, that is what I did here. I said, on day 1, learn these 3. On day 2, learn these 2. On day 3, learn these 3. On day 4, learn this thing. It is actually, the courses are already there. It is an online program. It is already there. So I will now teach them and say, you can decide that it's on your way to work in the morning when you're in the bus. You will listen to this, your own lessons. You've done your learning for today. You can decide that it's when you come back in the night, when your children have slept, so I'll do my lesson. You do your own. But I will tell you that if you can dedicate one hour across 6, can you see week 1? This is their schedule. Week 2, this is what they're supposed to be learning every day. Week 3, week 4, like that is what we do. We give them a schedule that this is what we recommend that you learn per day. However, some of them are in the online school, they will say, I finished what you gave them to learn across 7 days. They can sit down one Saturday and learn it. So far, they learn it and implement. Now, let me shock you. There is something that we have, Google Classroom. That Google Classroom is where they submit the assignments and they interact. Let me go and find it for you so you understand what I'm saying. Google Classroom. Just wait, you'll soon see the Google Classroom that I'm talking about. Yes, that I said, whatever it is you are paying, you are probably paying for only module 1 of the program. Why? There is another person that we employ to be grading them in Google Classroom. They will submit assignment. You will submit assignment too. You will submit assignment, but it is not exam. But you will submit assignments. You will submit assignments. Why? How will I know if you are doing, you are getting it? Do you understand me? How will I know if you are getting it? So let me show you our classroom on Google. So the lessons are on our website. I showed you where the lessons are. Learning management is iTrain Africa's website. But you see to submit your assignments on Google Classroom, I will show you how we are. You will see the students in batch 1, how they are submitting their assignment. And look, beyond the knowledge you are gaining on the program, you would experience what it is to learn in a global setting. Not just all those WhatsApp nonsense that you are, WhatsApp calls, they were sending you video on WhatsApp. What is that? No. I want to show you what it means to learn in a global setting. That I said, beyond what I teach you, beyond what I teach you. Can you see it? I want to show you something to review. Skilled for Work Academy. You will see students. Can you see my students? Different assignments. The instructions. Can you see them? Do you understand? They will come here, they will submit the assignment. I will grade it, turned in, 31 assigned, 26 returned. Like we've returned assignment back to these people. Your life can never remain the same 6 weeks after you come to this academy. It's not possible. Why do you think less blessings for that money that is above 161,000? Like what she learned in 3 weeks contributed to our organization that the woman dashed that amount of money. Like, take money for your training back. Like, what? This is what somebody else knows that we didn't know. He said, after this class that is starting in 2 days, when is the next session of class going to start, man? Work, the soft skills school opens every month. But guess what? When I start a program, I subsidize it. You know why? I don't like why people ask me when is the next. I say, you want to join the next one, you will pay for the next one. That's what I always tell people, that you first need to realize that everything is time bound. Because I get a lot of people every time, when is the next one? I said, if you're that person that's always asking when is the next one, you may come. Like happened to someone this week. The person wanted to join my Global Opportunities program. That program as at March was 100,000. To date, it's 268,000 naira. And yes, people are paying for it. Why? Whenever I create my program, I create them in such a way that if I charge 500,000, people will pay me. People will pay me. You know why? I create the value of 500,000 naira inside. Because imagine Blessing learned for 3 weeks and they paid us and they gave that like 100 and something thousand naira. You think if the value she contributed to organization is not worth that money, they will dash her money? Ask yourself. So I will give you the kind of value that I know it can earn you that money back. Do you understand? So it's you that will not ask yourself, by the time someone gives me this value, by the time I make this kind of thing back, like in just 1 month, that means going forward, I'll just be collecting the dividend. So for me, I'm not always afraid to say this thing. No. I can wake up and say, management, we are going to decide to this thing, revamp it, as in not revamp, but not the program itself. Like we're going to review the price and to go up, and that's it. Some people ask me this, and I said, please, there's always a next batch. I don't deny that. In fact, we released our calendar for the year. Like we released it to December. But every month of December, I just don't promise you that it will be at a subsidized price. Do you understand me, Jamila? I don't promise you that it will be the same price. But I can promise you that we'll open next month, we'll open the following month, we'll open the following month, like we keep opening. Like a lady contacted us today and asked when is going to be the next one, that she doesn't have time, that she's currently taking an online course or she's doing an exam. I can't remember this month. I told her, I said, you know what, I'm going to advise you. Somebody did it last month. What did I say? Somebody. 3 people paid me March 28th or thereabout last month, and they told me, enroll me in the May batch. I don't want to join the April batch. Why? They wanted to lock down the price. So that's the advice we've also given anybody that asks us to do, like, why? Because I don't want someone to come back and say, but you told me it was 37. I said, no, I told you the subsidized price as at today, not this thing. Because like I said, people paid me 300,000 naira for this program when they took it with me last year before I launched it as Skill for Work Academy. So why shouldn't I bring it back to that price? Nothing is stopping it. So I think I've answered your question, Jamila. How did you say, okay, I was showing you the classroom. These are our classroom. People are submitting assignments, batch one schedule. This is the schedule, that schedule that says, so they can click it and go and check what they're supposed to be having today at any time. We have assignments, we have classwork, and all that, different topics. That's this thing. We have grades, like that, like that, like that. So yeah. They say community meetings, all the things you are learning. So these are the online school is not on Google Classroom. The online school where you watch the lessons is on our website. But the worksheets, like when I say worksheets, we have assignments. Like, can you see this module now? This module 1 has like, is it 3 assignments? Module 2 has 3. Module 3, there are 4 different worksheets. Like that, like that. So we attach their worksheets to it. So let's Muina, this module 4. Okay, module 4 and 5. Okay, I seen it. I thought you wouldn't attach the worksheets. So the free, let me go and find that free. Somebody was asking for the free video. You can sign up to our online school under the free listing, or you can go and watch it here. The disadvantage of watching it here is after 2 days, you see these 2 days, this page is coming down. Okay, so but you can sign up in our online school. So I'm replying to you. I've given you the link to the free video. That person that asked, Khadija Showale. Please, is there any other question before I go? Can I stop sharing my screen now? Hope nobody is confused about how this works anymore. Hope nobody is confused. Like questions like, oh, where is the courses? What time is it? There's no time because the courses are online. Will you get certificates? Yes, at the end of it, you get certificates for it. Can you learn from anywhere? Of course, it's an online school. So I have people from 9 countries in this batch. 9 African countries are in this batch 1. I'm too old. You are not too old. Can you read and write? Can your brain carry and understand something? You are not too old. I don't have a school start. I have taught someone that does not have a school start, and she understood it because she was willing to learn. So forget any excuse that you are bringing to me. Oh, I have a baby. Hello. I was 9 months pregnant. I was working at UN Live. I was supervising people at iTrain Africa. I was defending my PhD thesis. So before you come and tell me I'm a woman, you don't know how hard my life is. Hello. I will leave here. I have a one, my son is 1 year and 4 months, and I'm still breastfeeding. So it means I will leave here after all this, my smile, and I will still go and do my mommy duties. So when people tell me, I say, please, there's no excuse you can tell me. We only choose to address our life differently. There is absolutely no excuse you can give me. I will tell you, it's your choice to either upgrade, better your life. When I started upgrading my life in 2018, I spent from March to December, I was in the UK. I learned. 2019, from the first year of 2019, I was in trainings. Last week of 2019, I borrowed $700 from my sister to pay for an online course that will teach me how to create courses. So when people tell me, I say, please, I've been there. Me that borrowed $700 to learn. What are you going to tell me? There's nothing you can tell me. I'll tell you, you need to decide. I said at the beginning of this program, I said, something must give. But that you will not invest something. Is that you're investing time, you're investing money, you're investing something. You must give to gain. It's standard. You must invest something. So if your mindset is that you don't invest, it's a lie. You must invest something. So only that you now need to decide, what am I investing? That is where me I differ. Before I pick someone $700 for that online course, I had done my research. Who knew it? Who understood it? Who was the best out there that I could afford, that I paid the person? Not that I could even afford, because I could not, for me to have borrowed it, it's not like I could, but I could afford. How do I explain it? I could afford eventually. So what I did was I said, you know what, my sister, give me this 6 months, borrow me this money. When I pay it, I will learn in 3 months. After 6 months, I launch this program, I'll pay you your money back. So I had a plan, which is why I am giving my clarity module for you for free. I did gap analysis. This is what I need to learn now. I need to invest in it. So after I learn it, I will implement it. I give myself another 3 months after I learn. And that is another thing people don't do. They will go to project management school. They say, oh, now I'm qualified. I say, you're not qualified. You did not practice. Like, you need beyond the knowledge. Did you execute? Did you put it out there? Did you, So you need to give yourself allowance. People say, all I just want is this training. Once I finish, will I get job in 6? I say, avoid me. Don't join my training. Avoid me. Okay? Don't join my training. Because you are looking for magic. You are not looking for process. Please, what is the logo for RingCentral? RingCentral. This person, are you on batch 1? Bola, Bello, Adeni, are you on batch 1? Go and watch your course. If you're on batch 1, go and watch your course. Are you on batch 1, Bello, Adeni? Bello, Adeni, are you on batch 1 of the Skill for Work Academy? Go and watch your course. The logo is in that lesson. You just need to go and watch it. The logo is in that lesson. I can click it right here and you will see it. I'm very certain the logo is in that lesson. You just need to go and watch it. You need to go and watch it. I am very certain the logo is there. Okay? Go and watch your lesson 10. It is there. I'm sure that people are wondering what it's talking about, as in RingCentral, and I'm clicking on open. The logo is there. Let me play the course for you so I will. It won't give a voice because I'm currently talking. So the course won't talk out. I'm currently talking right here. But if it could talk, you would, I'm playing the course. I want to, can you see it? Bello Adeni, can you see that thing is there? When I say go and watch your course, I know what is inside. It is there, you just need to go and watch. Can you see it now? Bello Adeni. So watch your lessons. Actually watch it and implement it. Don't just assume it's not there. I put the logo there intentionally. So I'm going to stop the course. Any other question? Thanks so much. I love your parents. I'm with you to learn from now onwards. Thank you so much, Khadija. I really, really hope you learn, grow. You've downloaded it. Hey. So that's it. That's the spirit. I'm sure you've gone to your Play Store to download it. So in the absence of further questions, I will stop sharing my screen, and I will allow everybody to be able to unmute themselves and say their good nights. If you wish to, good night. You can unmute yourself now. Bye. Stop sharing.
Good evening, man. Thank you for today.
Thank
Really
you.
enjoy it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye.
Bye.